Today we are having a conversation with Alexis Stroman. Alexis is the founder and owner of the eco-conscious shop Rincon Cult based in Los Angeles. We wanted to learn more about her experience as an entrepreneur with a side job, introvert personality, and her passion for the preservation of the environment. We admire Alexis' initiative to educate consumers on how to buy wisely, and we wanted to have a session with her to share her story. Obviously, I have told you this 100 times before. I love what you do, and I love Rincon Cult. And the moment I heard about Rincon Cult, I was automatically drawn to it. Not just because it's a shop that sells secondhand garments, but also because it has a really amazing purpose behind it. So, what exactly is Rincon Cult, and what is the purpose behind it? And how was it born?
Well, basically, Rincon Cult is a minimalist, eco-conscious shop. What that means is that we find staple pieces, which mean that they're timeless, that they don't ever go out of style, and we try to give them a second or third chance by diverting them from landfills. So that is, in a nutshell, what Rincon Cult is. It started in 2011. I've always been thrifting and upcycling since I was 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until 2011 when I was working in the fashion industry for about 2 or 3 years. I started moving into the more sourcing and production side of the industry, and that's when I really saw a need to bring awareness to the effects of overproduction, which we know as fast fashion.
And tell me more about that eco-conscious side of Rincon Cult. Why is this important to you personally, and why do you think it's important for society to be aware of the clothing that they buy and wear?
Well, I think it just falls into consumer awareness. Right now, we are being sort of fed fashion on a weekly basis, these trends. Back in the day, the fashion industry used to have four seasons, spring, summer, fall, and holiday. And so essentially every 3 months they gave you a new line, and that's what drove our consumerism. Now, since we're so past that, they're giving us a new collection on a weekly basis. What that means is that there's an extreme amount of overproduction, and it's not environmentally safe.
And why fashion? What did you saw in fashion that made you select this as your career?
I always knew that I would get into, after high school, if I was going to go into some sort of educational field, it would be something to do with art. I've always been creative. I love drawing and just creating. So I started out as an architecture design major, which is more like interior design. But then I sort of moved on to fashion design because I thought it was easier.
Yeah.
I was looking for the easy way out. And yeah, that's sort of how I got into the fashion industry. And I feel like because of that, this is what I'm better equipped to talk about and hopefully make a change, since it's what I have experience in.
And I know that you mentioned that you have a full-time job inside the fashion industry already. But how, and I know this is the reality for so many other women that are working, they have a full-time job and they are also managing a side project or a full-time project as well. So how do you manage having a full-time job and a full-time business? Because I know it takes a lot of time. How do you manage?
Well, it's definitely a challenge, but I feel like I fall into this new wave of entrepreneurs, which are known as sidepreneurs.
I love that word.
It was coined recently, but it's definitely a proper definition for what so many of us are attempting to do. We're not all financially set up to pursue our passion projects full-time. So what we're doing is we're not giving up on those side projects. We're working full-time to sustain our families, to pay our bills, but at the same time we're not giving up and we're pursuing what we do. And It's challenging, but at the same time, it is rewarding to know that one day the possibility of being able to do what you love for the rest of your life is attainable. And I think that's, for me, that is motivation enough to keep going.
Yeah, I agree. And I remember that you also mentioned that you had, in other occasions that we have had coffee together, you mentioned that you had a challenging upbringing. I want to know how did these challenges affected, how did these challenges molded your career, and how does it affect the way that you run Rincon Cult?
Well, basically, I wasn't brought up in a two-parent household or even a single-parent household. I had a really challenging upbringing in the sense that I was raised partially by grandparents, in Puerto Rico, and grandparents in the United States, in addition to my older sister. So I moved around a lot, and I think that really affected my outlook on life and really contributes to the way in which I've launched Rincon Cult, in the sense that I feel that when I was around 6 or 7, I was a very extroverted kid, very outgoing, and then as these challenges occurred, I became more of an introvert. And I feel like it hasn't necessarily affected Rincon Cult negatively as much as it has positively, because it gave me the opportunity to see the internet specifically as an outlet for me to express my mission and goals for this company without necessarily having to be one-on-one with a person where I'm not very comfortable as an introvert.
Now that we are talking about that personality trait, I feel that a lot of people think that having an extrovert personality is something positive, but I disagree. I feel that there are both positive and negative sides to both personalities, and I myself have a weird mixture between extrovert and introvert. So I want to know, now that you mentioned that you're an introverted person, how does being introverted has affected the way that you run Rincon Cult, your business?
Well, I feel it's affected me in a way that I try to be very knowledgeable on the topics that I do choose to speak about, and I overanalyze everything in my mind, and I obsessively educate myself on these topics. But as an introvert, it tends to hold me back because I don't necessarily ever put myself in the position where I can discuss with a person one-on-one.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned. So that kind of holds me back.
Yeah. And how about challenges? What other challenges have you encountered over the years since you started Rincon Cult and now both emotionally and business related? What would you say were your biggest challenges?
Well, besides being an introvert, both emotionally and business related, one of the biggest challenges I've had are more personal, ethical. It doesn't necessarily pertain just to Rincon Cult, but being a sidepreneur, working in the fashion industry, whenever I do come to that point where I am looking for a new job opening, it's really hard, even though I live in Los Angeles and it's the second city for fashion in the United States. It's really hard for me to accept a job where I feel like they are, in a sense, endorsing modern day slavery because they are making these products in third world countries where they don't have those labor protections, like China or Vietnam or Bangladesh. So I think that's a huge challenge to me, both emotionally and business related.
I think that's amazing, and you know that us in LUMINAR, we say that we are for the contemporary female entrepreneur, and I want to ask, based on your experience of being a woman in modern times and also having an independent career and being a working woman, what is your opinion on the current social situation of women in the modern business industry?
Well, I think a lot has changed in the past decades, and we all know this. Like, women went from being placed in this bubble where they were just housewives and caretakers to actually joining the workforce. And many times we're doing that in addition to still maintaining a household. So I think that's pretty amazing. We're still not all there. We don't have, equal pay for equal work, but I definitely see us progressing.
Talking about this whole subject, I want to know if you could go back to a younger self, to a younger Alex, to a younger Alex that was thinking about starting Rincon Cult or didn't know if she wanted to start Rincon Cult, what would you say now that you have been through a lot with this project of yours?
As cheesy as it sounds, I would just say, just don't give up. I mean, you have to be persistent. If this is what you want, you have to keep going for it, no matter which obstacles present themselves. I think that's the key. Just never give up. Maybe take it a little bit easier. Like I said, as a sidepreneur, we're doing this in addition to having a full-time job. So cut yourself some slack, just because you're not going from 1 to 10 in a second doesn't mean you have to give up or there's no path. So essentially just hang in there and don't give up.
For more information about Alexis and Rincon Cult, you can visit our website. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and remember to follow us on social media for the next LUMINAR sessions.